As of this moment, we are seeing that the polls are putting Boris Johnson down as a winner, either with a small majority or a large majority. That seems to be the most likely outcome. But I just want us to talk a little bit about some of the uncertainties and unknowns around this general election. There's lots of things we don't know, and there's three really big unknowns. Unknown number one is Brexit. What influence will Brexit have on the election? In polls that have been done of the electorate, they seem to put Brexit as the highest issue. And as the great John Curtis said, Brexit will continue to define and redefine how people think about the different parties. But at least Labour and the Conservatives are going in with very different policies on Brexit than they had before. And we don't know how this might shape how or if people vote. The second unknown is what's called voter volatility. Traditionally, in the middle and late 20th century, our parents and our grandparents normally voted for the same party in election after election. But now voters are far more volatile. In fact, it's thought that this is the most volatile election for 100 years, with people most likely to change and vote for different parties than that they did before. This, of course, makes for uncertainty. The final uncertainty is about what's called events. We've seen the devastating effect of the floods in the Midlands and the north of England. We don't know what other events could transpire that could swing votes one way or another. An NHS crisis, success or failure in a leaders' debate, all these things could still shape the contest. And just on a final thought, it's important when we think about British general elections that actually general elections are becoming more like 4 different contests in the 4 different nations of the UK. Although in England we think about the general election as between Conservatives, Labour and the Liberal Democrats, in Scotland it's a very different sort of contest between the SNP, who of course want a second independence referendum, and the Conservatives, who don't want Scotland to leave the United Kingdom. In Wales again it's more complicated. Wales is a traditional Labour heartland. But there's a threat there from the Conservatives. There's the uncertainty of what effect the Brexit Party could have, and of course Plaid Cymru, the Welsh nationalists. And last but not least, of course, is Northern Ireland, where different parties that represent the 2 different communities are forming unexpectedly different electoral pacts. This could not only have an effect on the outcome in Northern Ireland, but also have a really important influence if there is a hung parliament in December 2019.